What's up, guys? This is Jumpout, talent manager over at TTE and CEO of Vault 97. I'm over here at 417 Mafias for our Out of Frame podcast.
Hell yeah. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing great.
Man. Hey, so you said CEO of Vault 97, you're saying talent manager over at TTE Entertainment. Can you kind of go into like depth on what that looks like?
So with the Vault 97, all I do is try to connect artists to whatever they might need, whether it's promotions or producers, even graphic design, music videos, all that. If you want studio time in a random city that you're in, you can't find a studio, I could help with that. Um, And then with the talent management, I really just work with like about 20 artists all over the country. And I just help them with their social media growth, getting their music organized, putting them on a schedule, that kind of thing.
1,000%. All right, man. So like for those wondering, you know what I'm saying, on the other side of the screen, what's it look like a day-to-day, you know what I'm saying, life for you as a talent manager?
So I wake up, get out of bed, I immediately check my phone because everything going on online these days. And then I just get to it, got to get on the engagement groups and all that, If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
That's basically what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
So what really comes after that? Like, so whenever you're dealing with an artist in person, right? They come in, they want to say we got somebody coming from Oklahoma or Branson or Waynesville or wherever, right? What's like that look like whenever they touch down in Springfield?
Yeah, we get them in the studio ASAP, get a video shoot in, promote them on all our pages, that kind of thing. Just try to get their name out there and then connect them with other artists too.
Connecting with other artists. Okay. So what's some of the upcoming projects that you got like with other artists coming out that you're excited about?
I'm excited about doing collab projects like on tracks that I produced and engineered and then putting them out as a collaboration between me and the artist. I don't really have any upcoming projects besides like maybe a video dropping soon for a song. I don't know, I can't think of anything, bro.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. No, you're good, bro. So like you said, like you produce beats, you also hop behind the chair, you're working with artists all over the country. Where do you really find your inspiration with all this?
I get all my inspiration from God. Every morning I wake up, I try to pray. I go to sleep as well. Um, so I really I can really get it from God. I never like looked up to people that like were doing things in the music industry besides like artists themselves, and that wasn't always like beneficial.
That's sense like what are some of those artists?
I used to look up to like, man, when Juice WRLD blew up, I used to think bro was hella hard. I remember when Lil Tecca was first coming up. But then I really got into music when like Ken Carson started getting popular. And then I was like listening to all the Opium and like Rage music. And then like I kind of like, it was like low key just a phase. And then I went back into like listening to like King Von and ESTG.
So you just like drill, man. Damn, that's a dynamic shift in life.
I mean, like, it's a little thing. Like, you get tired of the drill shit, so you go to some other shit, and then the other shit gets tiring after a while, and like, fuck it, yeah, listen to the drill
So
shit.
you a bandwagon?
No, I'm not a bandwagon.
Yeah.
Nah, because there's a couple artists for sure I was on, and then I just stopped listening to. Like, hey, before everybody was making the 6-7 jokes, like I was making those jokes with my homie because we'd been listening to that song, and then like it was just like it wasn't even out. It was a leaked song, and then one day he posted something on his story about he needed a producer to remake the beat so he could re-record the song. I was gonna do it, but like I tried to send the email out to his ass, and like it's doesn't deliver ever. I don't know if that's because like too many people email at once or like what the issue is, but every time like an artist posts an email on their story, that should never deliver. Like I put in all my beats and that should never deliver. So I don't know what other people's experiences with that, but
man, getting left undelivered, man. That's sad.
not even that.
Hell man.
Nah, like the email doesn't go through. Like it says not able to be delivered.
Word.
Yeah,
Word.
it's like inbound.
So what about like places? What places bring you inspiration? I hear like a lot of LA beats. So
yeah, no, for sure the West Coast. I love the West Coast. Like I've been lived all over, but my favorite places have always had a little tropical vibe to them. Like I lived in Guam and the Dominican Republic. So by the time I got to California, like the weather was cool. I was used to the heat. Palm trees are pretty sick, obviously. The weeds, gas.
Oh, the weed is gas.
The weed is
So out of all places, like you said, the Dominican Republic, Guam, California, which one's the best and why?
Dominican Republic, because everybody's super chill. Like besides some cities, like obviously you go to some cities, you might just like get randomly stabbed and robbed because it's like a third world
It's
country.
like that.
So at the end of the day, I mean, it's a third world country. Like people are super like I don't know, like imagine a starved dog. Like that's how some people are. Like they're starved dogs, so they'll do anything. Like
Hey, bro, you can't compare. No, that's kind of fucked up, man.
no, but like you ain't never like run into like a dog that was hella hungry. They look like it just bite your ass because he ain't eaten in a while. Like that's how some Dominican dogs.
You must have seen that dog in the Dominican Republic.
No, bro. Dominican Republic's like coated in random dogs. Like they're strays and like they just live all over the place. Like walk on the roads.
So you say the people and
I got bit in my ass cheek. I got bit in my ass cheek by a dog in the DR. He didn't like penetrate or nothing, but that shit still hurt like a motherfucker.
So it's the people and the dogs over there in the
No,
DR.
yeah, but like, bro, my inspiration from the DR is like the chill spots that I was in, not those spots. You know, like I was never around there.
I was like, damn, bro, I wonder what goes through your brain. Shit.
I was in like a pretty chill spot. Everybody's always like outside drinking the Presidente beer. That's like what they like down there. They're just drinking their beer, playing dominoes. So I learned how to play dominoes pretty well while I was in the DR. But yeah.
So you was drinking beer?
Well, I was in rehab technically while I was there, but I didn't even steal it. Now that I think about it, like we went to the store and we had like a certain allowance that we could spend on snacks. And I was at like the final line, like the register, and my homie was joking and I pulled like two cans of beer out like the cooler by the checkout line and I handed it to him, like trying to see if the staff would turn around, he'd get in trouble or something, like just clowning around. And they just like looked at him and he put him down on the little conveyor belt and like this dude still wasn't looking, that bitch just rolled down the line. The employee looked at me, he looked at the cans, he just scanned them and put them in the bag, and the whole time the dude didn't notice a single thing. So I went home and I drank those bitches. Yeah. And then we used to brew our own alcohol too.
You used to brew? How the fuck you brewing alcohol in rehab?
I'm gonna leak the method because I feel bad for all the folks that are locked up and they don't know how to do it. Just take some juice, man, and like what we do, bros know, we put the breadcrumbs and the sugar in it, and then you just let that bitch sit. You just gotta let it sit for a while. Probably like 2-3 weeks the best, and then when you open it, don't drink the foggy shit at the bottom. Like try to strain it out. If it smells really weird, like don't drink it because that's botulism and you're gonna die. But and that means you didn't have a clean bottle. So yeah, clean your bottles too. But then I just put the juice, the breadcrumbs, the sugar, and you gotta burp it every once in a while because it fills up with gas and like expands. So you gotta let the gas out so it don't explode. And in like 3 weeks, you got some like 12, 13%. Yeah.
Drinking on that shit.
I wouldn't say that shit, but it was some shit.
Your little ass running around that motherfucker drunk as hell.
Everybody, man. One weekend we all got caught for that shit. Yeah.
So what was it like? So you saying a lot about rehab. What was it like in rehab? What was that like compared to the real world?
I use the word rehab, but it's like you gotta imagine like a Jesus summer camp mixed with juvenile, mixed with rehab. So it's not like white lab coats and like doctors rehab. It's like summer camp for troubled children rehab, basically, you know. Some folks were there for watching porn and other people were there for snorting perks. So like, you know,
What was you there for?
Man, I was doing drugs in like middle school and high school.
The fuck is funny?
Bro, because I don't want that in the interview. I was just doing drugs in middle school. That sounds so awful, bro. Now that I think about it, if anybody I've talked to and they're like, yeah, I'm in middle school, I do drugs, I would have been like, come get this man. Put him in like
we keeping it.
Nah.
Bro, we keeping the reaction, we keeping this going forward, so don't say nothing else crazy.
Oh, man.
Nah, man. So like, how'd you overcome that then? If you started at such a like early age, you know what I'm saying, with drugs and stuff, how'd you overcome?
One thing, the rehab didn't help, not one bit. That shit was just a waste of time and a waste of my parents' money for sure. How I really learned was like, so when you're a kid, like that shit's just hella fun and you don't like get to experience the consequences. But then you get to be an adult and like, yeah, at the back register at work, like you can't even stay awake because you got fentanyl in your system. You know what I mean? And then you realize, so you get to like, you start seeing people around you that are like a little bit further down the same path that you could be on. That was a long ass section for just fucking perks.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we at the end of the podcast, bro. You really is out the frame for the whole perk situation. But let us know where we can find you at. You know what I'm saying? List your socials. Drop your contact if you want to.
Instagram, y'all can find me at prod.jumpout. That's my management account. If you guys need anything, I'll take a look at your profile and tell you what you got to work on for the free ski. Just hit me up. You can find the Vault 97 is the.vault97 on Instagram. If you want a promo post or get a music video done in 107 Mafia Studios, hit me up on there. That's about it.
Gestures, gang.
Gestures?